Hey, what's going on, guys? Heart Pirates TCG here with my good pal VVTheory, also known as James. Say hi, buddy.
What's up, guys?
Yep, you guys know VVTheory. He posts every single day, just some great content. And we're gonna be. I know I recorded a match prior to this of a Sakazuki mirror match, but we're gonna go and post another one because I actually think they're really interesting and like they're like always back and forth, which I do like. So. Um, what are your thoughts on this, James?
Yeah, I think this mirror match is a real Galaxy Brain style mirror match where you're just trying to get incremental value over your opponent. I mean, just like with any deck, right? But in this one in particular, from the graveyard recursion to the searchers to the cycling, it just gets out of control.
Yeah, I was saying that like you weren't available for the last one that I did, but I recorded the game right before this. I don't know if you have plans on posting it or not, but the game, in my opinion, came down to about 10 turns earlier. He discarded a Borsellino 7 cost when he shouldn't have, because then he had to answer with Lucci, and then his Lucci got Lucci'd, and it was just. It would have been different if that was a Borsellino, in my opinion. So that's how close these games are. One mistake just gets you.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially, I have noticed that as well because I have kind of just watched a lot of this stuff from the East and I've seen a bunch of the Sakazuki stuff. And typically speaking, I feel like they trash the 7 cost Sakazuki, the 7 cost Borsellino often. Like they're just like, yeah, it's
I
an okay card when they're winning.
I don't get that. I mean, look at it right
There
there,
we go.
right
Right
there.
off
It
the bat.
literally first play of the game, he does that. And the reason that I do that, I'm gonna pause it real quick. But
Yeah.
the reason I say that is because like a lot of their cards are just easily answered by 7 cost Kuzan. Now, obviously, it can be answered by Lucci, but Lucci's much easier to kill than Borsellino, especially on curve. Because when you think about it, if they play Borsellino on curve, then you're gonna be at 8 Dawn. Like you can answer with a Great Eruption or a Marineford and your own Borsellino. So trashing it and like opting to play Lucci, it's so much easier to take care of Lucci for less Dawn than it is to take care of this Borsellino.
Yeah. And some people are even teching in Ice Ages, just straight up 1 cost -5. So, you play that
I
and
mean,
now
there it
it's
is right
already
there.
in range. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's Ice Age and brand new. Yeah.
and of course, like all of their cards can be taken care of with like Ice Age and Blaze Hound, or Ice Age and Lucci. But there's something about establishing that 8K body, especially in the mirror match, where it's very similar to Crocodile, where like taking life early is not good. I mean, as you can see, this guy actually just countered out right there with the Hina, because I think he realizes that like you don't want to go down too much life, because
No.
every time you play a blocker, you're scared. Okay, if I play this blocker, am I going to die? Whereas opposed to, okay, I can pop their board and I don't need to play a blocker because I'm not too low.
Exactly.
It's a matter of keeping your pressure off of you, which I think a lot of people just don't like do for some reason in these mirror matches.
Yeah, and I have like this. I mean, when it comes to the mirror match in particular, I think whoever draws first blood is in the driver's seat. And I don't care if you went first or second. If you don't get first blood in the mirror, you're just battling from behind because okay, here goes this guy's Hina. There's no way this Hina survives. With that the Rob Lucci. Oh, he didn't tap his Dawn. It looks like the judge is yelling at him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously getting life early is important. I wouldn't say you have to take the first life, but you definitely shouldn't ever be 2 life like below your opponent, because then you're in so much trouble. You're in so much trouble.
Yeah,
Even if you do have a ton of cards in hand, like those cards are combo pieces that you're gonna have to use. Like they're not defense. Like
right.
they're like Hina and Ice Age and Lucci. Like it's not like I'm getting 5 Tashigis to hand. So he's gonna go ahead bottom deck. What was that? What did he bottom deck right there? Hina?
It was the Lucci.
The Lucci. Gotcha.
Yeah.
He's gonna swing 8 at life here with the Blaze Hound.
And like he took a 5K hit last turn. The guy on the right did. He took a 5K hit from the leader and he just tossed the man sherry. It's like, gosh, man, like why not just get the 1K counter out of it? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yep, I completely agree. Because now if our player on the left has a Blaze Hound, then he gets another 8K swing off, and he's gonna be up right there. He's gonna go
There it
down.
is.
He's gonna go down to 2 right there. Which of course I keep saying, but like life in the mirror match is so important, man. Like I was showing my friend, I was showing Ryan at locals the Crocodile mirror
Yeah.
the other day, and the first game I played, I beat him by 3 life, and because he kept playing it like it was like a different like he kept playing it like it was a normal, game, right? But in the mirror match, none of your blockers matter. So like if I just keep beating your face in, like there's nothing you can do right here. So then he's gonna swing 7 with the brand new right there. He's gonna go down to 1 life.
Yeah.
Like, and he's so massively ahead. I mean, and the card difference isn't even that much.
And one major disadvantage for the player on the right, though, I will say, no 2K counters in hand.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's
I mean,
a heartbreaker.
that does feel bad. No doubt.
How many are in this deck? I wonder.
I think they play like 10. I know they play Tashigi. A lot of them play Tsuru. I don't know how many others they play, but I think 8 is a bad number. I think this deck struggles with countering, and I think they need to play. I think every deck needs to play at least 10, sometimes 12.
Yeah, the only deck that I've ever had any form of success in with under 8, or excuse me, with under 10 is the black yellow Linlin, because you just gain so much life. You kind of want to lose life. It's a little different.
Yeah, and that's fair.
Blue black.
And so you see him discard a Lucci right here, trying to get some type of counter, draws into a dead card with the Hina, and I'm gonna pause it right here just so we can kind of explain the board state real quick. But like I was saying earlier, this is a prime example of it. He is 2 life ahead of his opponent, so anything he plays here, if it's not defensive, he has to worry about his last life being taken, and then every blocker subsequently after this turn is just going to the bottom, and he's going to die. He can no longer take the time to set up his plays to kill cards, because he has to invest some type of Dawn into playing defense.
And he only has 7 Dawn.
Exactly.
So yeah, he's got to... I wonder, is he attacking the brand new or attacking? So he's going to Lucci. So he's going to Lucci these off? Okay.
Yep. Looks like he's going to Lucci, and then he's going to play possibly the brand new from hand. I'm not sure what else he has Dawn for. He's going to go ahead and put the Mancherry, Borsellino, and looks like Lucci back to hand. He's going to play 3 Dawn. He's going to play a Hina. He's going to go ahead and pass right here.
And
so
I feel like...
I mean, right here, I think an aggressive swing would be great, and then just setting up like maybe a blocker or 2. I think he has Rebecca in hand. I think a 9 at life and then playing a Rebecca from hand is just really good right here. I mean, because he's not worried about dying. He's not.
And like this is why it was so important to use the counter of Mancherry early, because look at his hand. He has 3K in hand, I think, in counters. Like, what was that? Two Rebeccas and a brand new.
Yep, exactly. And of course, the player on the left doesn't know this, but if you attack in 9 at life, he has to discard 3 cards to get rid of it. And if he takes it, you get hand knowledge. Okay, he doesn't have it, and it doesn't matter how many blockers you play after that. You will wipe them with Blaze Hounds and Luccis. You'll eat them alive.
Is that 4 Borsellinos in hand? Or 3?
No, I think it's 3, and then one of the 7 costs.
The 7 costs, yeah.
Yeah, which I think he's gonna play that to bottom deck the Lucci, if I'm not mistaken. Or he could have just played Rebecca here. And this is why I like aggressive swings, because like you're kind of letting him off the hook by like allowing him to set up his board,
Yeah, that guy on the right just had the deepest sigh of relief when that 5K swing came in.
Oh, absolutely. Honestly, at locals, I do the same thing, because right now he's playing blockers for
double Borsellino.
Like what is he walling off for? He's not worried about dying,
Yeah. Well, it's funny that like this is one of those situations where like the player on the left seems like he's just drawing whatever he needs. Remember, he got that Hound Blaze off the top.
Yeah.
And like there is no, okay, actually I would Borsellino if I'm the player on the right here. 7 calls Borsellino right here every time.
I mean, the thing is, he kind of, it depends. What does he have in his trash? He has another Borsellino, which he can get back with Rebecca. I think this is the turn he has to be more defensive.
Just double Rebecca.
Because if you think about it like this, like if he plays the Borsellino, obviously he gets rid of 1, but like the next turn, our Sakazuki can just go 10-10 and just kill, what's it called? And just kill the player on the right. He knows he doesn't have counter.
Counters out here, doesn't even tap.
And right here, I was gonna say, yeah, you're exactly right. I would tap down the Borsellino, because you already have 1, and then you have the counter to protect the other one. He's gonna attack into a 6K rather than a 5K, so it's easier to defend.
Right, because what's the worst case scenario? He dumps his entire Dawn pool into KOing the 1 Borsellino, and then he kind of acted as removal anyway.
Exactly.
Okay, swing for 5. So
he has to block this. Oh my god. Yeah, I think that's a huge mistake.
That's very interesting. After that, then I would definitely Borsalino. I feel like 'cause
I would too.
actually, I wonder what does the player on the left know? What has he seen from searches and stuff where he is this confident to keep his? Because I think you're right. I think he's going to swing for lethal next turn. Like, like that's what he's like posturing with. You know?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you can swing for lethal next turn while like also keeping these counters in hand, because like he's gonna like maybe it's fine to like counter out of the first one with the 5K, but this second one, like, they don't have any rush characters, so like tapping this down, you still have the defense in hand, you still have the Tashigi in hand to defend this 6K. So like, obviously this guy's gonna play blockers here. There's no way he doesn't. Like, it just doesn't make sense,
especially now.
So like,
after he took both those, you have to block.
Yeah, because you save cards in hand, you know, by doing that, you know. So that way if you go for lethal next turn and it doesn't work out, you still have tons of cards.
Swing 6. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes those. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Just takes it. Yeah. He's gonna play, like I said, he's gonna play the Rebecca here. Yep.
Snag back the Borsalino maybe.
Yep, and he's just gonna hard play the Borsalino. That's what I. Oh yeah. And then Rebecca effect. Yep.
Yeah. That's the one. I watched your video earlier today. That's the one thing that Black got from OP05 is Rebecca.
Yeah. So I said, as when I first said like Black didn't get anything, I forgot about that. But later in the video, I was like, oh yeah, they got Mancheri and Rebecca. But I mean, those aren't really enough to like turn the tides, you know, for Black's favor.
Yeah. No.
So now here he can't go for lethal. He just can't. He could pretty much wipe everything with Lucci though.
Yeah. Okay. Trashes the 7 costs. Gets Hina.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
in this case it's more. It makes sense to trash the 7 costs because he has the Lucci. He can just go ahead and pop the like probably the Hina and like the Lucci for free. He could probably pop the Mancheri too, but I don't know. This is where the math is weird, man, because like he could have had 0 life now, and he could have used the Blazehound in his hand. He picked up the Blazehound, didn't he?
Did he draw one? I don't think he drew into one.
I thought he drew into one. Okay, so he goes 7 at life here. I'm sorry, he goes 7 to the Hina, I think, or it might be 7 at life. And I think he minuses the Hina. Okay, yeah. So he blocks that. That has to give him some type of knowledge.
Yes, right? That's a hard tell, I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's been taking life all game too. He plays the Rebecca. Rebecca's gonna get back what? A Tashigi 2K counter. Hard play the Hina, and then he's just gonna Lucci. Yep. He's gonna play Lucci. Ooh. Yep. I think that's game right there, right? Because I don't think even if he plays the Lucci to KO like the other 3 on that ones that can be KO'd, I don't think he has enough. I don't think he has enough defense to like get rid of 3 attacks, which are obviously going to be the Borsalinos and the leader. Do you?
No. Yeah. The only way out of this is like some type of board clear that doesn't exist.
Look at that. He just trashed a Borsalino, drew into a Borsalino.
See, man, this poor guy on the right.
Yeah.
Look at that hand. That is just filth, man.
Bro,
that is garbage.
It's so funny because every card he trashes, like trying to get like counters, he just draws into like the same card. He trashed a Hina earlier and drew into another Hina.
Oh man,
feels so bad, man.
You know that's cards, right? That does happen. Like the vice versa happens as well, where you just can't draw anything bad. But then there's the situations where you can't draw anything good. It feels so awful.
Yeah, I played Zorro in the Orlando regionals, and I was 6-2, and one of my last rounds, I played against a Whitebeard, and dude, I'm telling you, I had 11 cards in hand and 1K in counter. Like they were all dead. And what's funny is if I would have won that game, I would have gotten top probably 32.
Yeah, 7-2, man.
Yeah, it was devastating. But I finished. I think I was 6-3.
Yeah. So he used both of his great eruptions. By the way, he's just looking for cards right now.
Yeah. Well, he has. What's funny is he has another great eruption too. Has he used his leader effect? I don't think he has.
Oh, the cycle. Yeah, remember he tossed the 7 cost. He got another 7 cost.
Oh yeah. I think it's over, right? I mean, what do you great eruption? The Lucci. I assume like maybe like the Mancheri or like the Lucci and the Hina.
I think so.
Yep, he's gonna block. Okay, cool. Now, okay, he's blocking smartly now. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, his board state is so strong right now.
Just play the Hina. Okay. He's going to play the
Okay.
Lucci, pop those two. Okay, that's fair. I mean, his board state isn't horrible now. He just puts the 3 greater options back. So, I mean, his board state isn't horrible now. He has 2 blockers. He has a life left. But I still think the Lucci player can get this.
Oh, the player on the right, you're saying? Yeah.
Yeah, not the Lucci player. The player on the left. I think he can get this. But the player on the right actually just made a solid play. I mean, because now his board's filled up and he has 2 blockers.
Yeah.
But that Blaze Hound really helped. I'll tell you that much.
Did he just top deck? Well, yeah. See, this guy on the left, man, he is just pulling like royal flushes over here. It's just insane.
Yeah. The problem is he doesn't have any cost minusers. Actually, no, he has Tsuru.
Yeah, he has Tsuru in hand.
He also has Hina, but I don't know if you want to use that. I think he has to go for game here. And do you think it's best to put the Blaze Hound plus 3,000 on the Rebecca?
Potentially, yeah. Especially here. So -1 to Hina. There's no way he's swinging at that Hina.
No. He's going to block this, yep.
Block. Okay, now Blaze Hound. Yeah, it's just...
I think he's going to Tsuru Blaze Hound. And, yep, Tsuru Blaze Hound. That gives him the knowledge that he doesn't have the counter in hand. What is he going to give it to, though? I think it's smarter to, like, because he only has 3 cards in hand. I think it's smarter. He gives it to the Borsellino.
Yeah, he only has 4 Dawn, too. So I think he just has to go 9-9 here, or what, 8-9 or something. So 8 takes it.
Yep.
Into
and
a
then
1K.
Looks like 9 at life.
Just math.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, the player on the right did a valiant effort on like trying to hold out, considering he had no counters in hand. But it really did, like I said, like when you have very little life, dude, like you have to play so defensive the whole game. I love these guys' reactions to it too. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, especially that guy in the middle with like the suede jacket.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they both have it. But yeah, the blue jacket here, man, he's a trip.
Yeah.
Those facial expressions.
I do. I'm not going to lie. I love watching them like play because they're always like so animated about stuff.
Oh, when they do like the little demos and stuff.
Yeah. Or like going over like deck lists and stuff. They're like, wow, this is so good.
Oh!
All right, guys. But that was the Sakazuki mirror match part 2. We're gonna see if we have any other games to kind of go over, and then we might make another one. But we'll see you guys on our next one. James, you got anything to say?
Y'all be good, guys. So, see y'all next time.
Yep.
Peace.
And be sure to subscribe to the VV Theories channel. It's gonna be linked in the description.